I just got back from seeing Civil War. Came out yesterday. That's my cat. Anywho, where do I start? Okay, not gonna spoil anything because that'd be a bit mean. Well, number one, I doubt anyone wanting to see what everyone the general thoughts of Civil War will go straightly to this 30-minute, maybe 30-minute, rambling about Civil War. I doubt anyone will go here straight away like, I need to see what everyone thinks of Civil War. I'll go to here. No. And also, I realise if anyone stumbles onto this who may be interested in hearing what I have to say, it came out yesterday. So, no, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to give my thoughts on it. And maybe discuss some things that pretty much everyone knows is in it. I have actually seen a few movies recently for the first time. Me being a fan of Keanu Reeves as an action star, not really as an actor. On Sky On Demand, if you're British you know what that is, a movie called Knock Knock, which did infuriate me, and I thought maybe someday when I'm in clothes, like from college or seeing a movie, I'll do that because I could just vent about it. And I've also seen like an early screening. Well, I think it's a limited release and it's going to be like out more in cinemas in May, but I saw an early screening because I have a card that lets me see movies for free, and that required me, and that allowed me to see the movie early. It was called Green Room. It was like a thriller horror that starred Patrick Stewart. It was 18. I didn't know, but they let me in anyway. And it was very gory. But I've seen Evil Dead, and it didn't really affect me. I don't know if I should be concerned that it didn't really affect me, and I wasn't like ugh. But I'm going off topic because I may make ramblings about that because it's easy. I don't have to like get my camera and then put it in here and put it on there and use my non-editing software because I just have Windows Movie Maker to not do any gags or jokes or editing tricks that I could because I have Windows Movie Maker, so I can't go full on with my humor and the variety of things I could do with it, full on editing software like Premiere Pro, Premiere in, but I could do that then. But no, this is Civil War. Ignore the small cursor on my face if you spotted it yet through this terrible video quality. See, even I know, but I doubt any of you really care. Do I care? I don't know anymore because I'm like a little schoolgirl. No, that was weird. When people say I'm squealy as a little schoolgirl, excited as a schoolgirl, it's just weird. That's a weird metaphor. I'm excited as... I don't know what's excited. I clicked something I shouldn't have. I very much liked it. Yes, I did. Well, with 93% of Rotten Tomatoes and probably the biggest comic nerd out there, Kevin Smith, saying it's the greatest comic book movie ever. What do you know? I liked it too. Me, the geeky, nerdy person that sees movies and is clearly a Marvel fan after I saw a Civil War movie or a Captain America movie with an Avengers shirt, but Captain America's on the front, so what the heck? I'm wearing Captain America belt, but I ain't showing you no crotch shots. No, I am not. No siree. But anywho, I keep saying anywho again. Yes, I am clearly a Marvel fan. Ignore my rough hair. Again, none of you care. That rhymed. I'm doing the off-topic rambly tangent thing again, aren't I? I'm not getting to the point. I'm not even going to try anymore. I'm going to try and make it shorter though. 4 minutes in, haven't even discussed the movie in depth. But yes, I'm geeky. I'm nerdy with pride. Who isn't nowadays? That's not really a unique specialty nowadays. People actually respect nerds instead of beating them up. And nerds are now not the stereotyped glass-wearing, pocket-protecting, t-shirt-wearing people. They are now in many forms. Yeah. So yes, I've watched every single movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even some outside that, such as my films up there. The Blade trilogy, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, of course. Not all, even though I'd rather have films on DVD nowadays because it will be very expensive. It will take a long time to replace every single film I have on DVD with Blu-ray. Not only is it more expensive, but I think DVD looks slightly nicer because also they're slightly taller. But the only Marvel cinematic films that I don't have on DVD is with my Blu-ray films over there, which is Age of Ultron, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Winter Soldier. Before seeing Civil War, I watched with my friend who I saw Civil War with the first two Captain America films. Wasn't really listening to the dialogue. I was mostly making very, very immature commentary because we've seen it before, and so yeah, we could. But yes, the first Avengers is still good. The first Captain America I still think is good. Winter Soldier is much better. It's quite amazing. If I really like Age of Ultron, I think I was like in the hype, so I said, oh yeah, that's my favourite Marvel film because I know there was so many explosions, but the hype died down. Like, okay, probably isn't, but Winter Soldier is because probably is because like a spy. It made Captain America actually quite cool because I doubt anyone really thought, oh yeah, Captain America, he's the coolest. But now also thought Guardians of the Galaxy because who doesn't love that film? It's a raccoon and talking. Don't mention Guardians of the Galaxy, man. That made me make a particular video on this channel I don't like to mention. I kick myself in the backside every day for making that, but don't look for it. Anywho, oh man, that film was great. It was a bit long, so I'm a bit tired now. I thought this is probably the only time I'll just be willing to do this because tired me out. The film tired me. But still, as a kid, I wasn't really a comic person, but growing up on some of these characters, Spider-Man through the cartoon and the Sam Raimi movies, and then eventually growing up in the first Marvel films, I never thought ever that I'd ever get to see a film where I see Iron Man and Captain America kick each other's asses, and we get to see Ant-Man and Black Panther and all of them on screen fighting. It was quite overwhelming. I also thought we'll never in the same year get two films. One is Batman vs Superman, one is Captain America vs Iron Man. One of those films titled the whole reason people would like to see it and was very excited to see it. Hell, my tongue. Definitely gone now. Not even gonna cut that out. But yeah, it's a bit. One is called Captain America Civil War, one is literally called Batman v Superman. I can't get over that. But I felt more emotionally enthralled with one than the other. Spoilers, that was Civil War. Because in Batman v Superman, the only reason I guess people really liked it is because they're so blindsided by the fact that they finally get to see Batman versus Superman, and it's like dark and angsty. This is no Marvel. This isn't your children's movie. This is proper serious. Like, we have to be super realistic. It's not like it's a superhero film or anything. I'm meant to have fun. Some people would say I'm just copying someone's opinion and I'm a sheep. Spoilers. Many other people have that same opinion too and didn't like that movie as well. Again, I'm not saying you can't like the movie. You can like whatever you want. Who am I? I'm no one. I don't have to persuade you in any way. Who listens to me honestly about this? There's barely anyone here watching. I'm talking to no one. Maybe probably one person. Shout out to you, Callum. But you can like whatever you want. You can watch whatever you want. I'm not saying that film was completely awful. Batman, the 10-minute fight scene, that was good. But this movie, since I've actually known these characters for 5 to 7 movies now, I actually felt something. What do you know? I felt an emotion. There was actual soul, actual, bright hope, upliftingness into the movie. The characters actually smiled, and weren't all murderous hypocrites. Very sorry. If you really like that movie, I'm crushing your dreams. You can like the movie all you want. Who cares about what I have to say? But now you all left because I said who cares what I have to say. But Civil War, because I'm stuttering. I do that anyway. But because again, it came out recently, so I don't really want to go that you can see my cold sore. Disgusting. But because it came out recently, I'm not going to go spoilers out. But I'm just gonna say the bits that a lot of people are saying, because I watched like one review before seeing the movie, and I was like, oh yeah, I see that. So if I'm repeating anyone, it's pretty much I think the same thing. Okay, I read the comic, the actual I don't know, I should prove it for no reason. To prove I'm actually telling the truth, because I never do, honestly. I'm dropping stuff. Sorry, Bill, I stepped on your tail. I read the actual Civil War comic book beforehand, couple months before seeing the movie, because I thought I'm not really a comic person, but I had some spare change. I was in the comic store, like, why not get this? So I read it, and as far as I remember, it was awesome. Obviously, I mean, like, it's weird because I don't usually read comics, so when saying this comic was awesome, it's very rare. But obviously, people are saying, oh, that in that comic it had bloody Fantastic Four, it had pretty much every single character in the Marvel Universe, and this movie only has, like, I don't know, 10 people overall, doesn't really qualify as a war. But you should probably know, it's not trying to directly, you know, adapt that comic, it's stealing the premise. Well, not stealing it, they created it. The premise of, you know, Captain America, Iron Man, size, and then all these, and since they don't have Fantastic Four, only the characters they have so far, and, you know, on off doing their own thing, like Thor and Hulk, they have to choose sides. So they're not trying to directly adapt it, because I doubt they could introduce, I don't know, like 500 new characters that are in the Marvel comics in this one movie, unless it's, I don't know, 20 hours long. But I need water. I should probably get water, but I am not. Damn it. Oh, I have to cut it. Give me a mo. Much better. See, with most reviewers, they will probably cut out them drinking water to hydrate. But maybe this feels a bit authentic. Like, I got mild asthma, I ran up the stairs a bit out, but yeah, maybe this feels a bit authentic. You know, not me in front of a green screen, fully edited. Me literally just coming from the cinema, sitting in front of my laptop and just see whatever comes out of my mouth. Ew. But sure, I laughed at that. I was laughing at that because I'm struggling to what to say, because yes, maybe the downside to straight after seeing the film saying your thoughts, it probably won't be with every single film. Probably a film I see again, like I haven't seen in a long time, so I'll ramble about that. More reviews, more reviewy for my reviewy channel that I only do rarely. What? I was hungry too. Anyhow. Wait. Sorry for wasting your time now, but as I was saying, probably good. This is probably more authentic. I mean, yes, the disadvantage of after seeing a movie and straight up rambling afterwards, that afterwards I may change my mind slightly. But I doubt it'll go from good to bad. It'll probably go like, oh, amazing to, and that was pretty good. But overall, I bet my actual thoughts, like thoughts on a scene or something, or just sort of on an element, will stay the same. But with this film, I mean, yes, I love Deadpool. That's probably one of my favourite superhero films now ever, really, because it's hilarious and it kind of flips the whole generic superhero thing on its head, like self-referential. And did I mention how funny it was? I mean, sure, I was expecting Deadpool, you know, the insane guy, to be a bit more interesting visually and a bit more insane, but that's for the next movie, because they didn't think the film would be a success, so they lowered the budget. Bet that bit them in the arse. I mean, like, sure, Ryan Reynolds probably leaked that Deadpool footage, but I think made more money back than it thought, and Fox would have thought it would have. It probably did. I messed up on that sentence there, but yes, I love the Avengers because it's bringing all these superheroes together. I mean, when I first saw it, I was proper giddy. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Thor and it's Iron Man in the same room. They're chatting that now the Thor's it's fighting Hulk. I grew up on Thor, and now he's fighting the bloody Hulk. And blew my mind back in 2012, probably because I was so young, and now we're kind of used to it now, seeing heroes fight each other, because we've had Avengers, Age of Ultron, and now this. But it's the fact that, and I mean, I also love Winter Soldier, because not only is it a spy superhero film, but kind of just crashes down one of the biggest parts of the Marvel Universe. Shield, spoilers by the way, but well, I would have thought you would have seen at least a few Marvel films by now. Sorry, Callum, I know you haven't, but still see them anyway. But this film, not only some people are like, oh, it's just a generic superhero film. I mean, yes, it has the action that you want. Yes, it has a bunch of superheroes fighting, and yes, it's a giddy, geeky time. If you look at me through the action scenes, you see a big, cheeky grin and smile on my face. I'm having the time of my life as a geek, as a nerd. Like, this is happening. Oh boy, I'm feeling more than Batman v Superman. Mainly because I grew up on mainly Marvel than Superman and Batman and stuff, but still I love but same Marvel a bit more. But still, yes, it has that, but also it has social commentary on like modern times. Because when I thought before, I'm like, oh, I'm Team Captain America, freedom and stuff like that. Like you can't, you'll be controlled, because if you don't understand, basically the whole reason in the trailer Iron Man and Captain America fight is because the government's like, you superheroes need to be put in check. Superheroes need to be put in check. You're like creating too much damage. Tony Stark's like, yeah, we need to be put under check. We need to be controlled. Captain America like, no, we shouldn't. What happens after we be controlled? How far can that go? I'm like, yeah, Cap, in the comic. But here, it does. You go from Iron Man, Captain America, like in one single scene. You're like, okay, I'm with Iron Man. No, I'm with Captain America. And that's what it does. It's more than just a superhero action film, something. It actually it like plays with your emotion, plays with your thoughts. Like, yeah, this isn't like the stuff you see in a normal like generic action film or superhero film nowadays. It's making me think like, well, this has pros and this has cons, but also this has pros and this has cons. I'm not advertising Fabs, by the way. I'm especially not advertising. You can buy them at your local Asda for £1.50. Buy one, get one free for all the ice lollies. Definitely not saying that either. I'm actually not sponsoring that. That's just common knowledge. Anywho. Hate the chocolate part. Yeah. See, this is proper relatable. We're talking, it's like an actual discussion. An authentic first impressions discussion. Talk about movies. Or very nice lollies. Talk about life, really. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. One viewer out of 3. How you doing? Anywho, oh, you were here to hear my thoughts on Civil War. Now, this has all been leading up to me talking about Fabs. Man, if I had a better editing stuff, I would play around with this Joker, have some visual hilarity. But still, okay, back to it. I mean, like, because again, a lot of people are saying this is a Captain America sequel, and by the way, this film's amazing. If I didn't mention, so that means the first Captain America's good, the second one's really great, this one's probably the best one, so this is probably the best superhero trilogy, of all time. I mean, like, Iron Man 2 and 3 wasn't all that good, Thor: The Dark World wasn't really good, so I doubt the third one will make it a good overall trilogy. The Dark Knight trilogy, Dark Knight Rises, was really mixed. Blade trilogy, I like Blade 2 very much. Blade 3 can go screw itself. So, yeah, this is probably the best one. I didn't think that. Like, wow, out of all the superheroes, Captain America's going to get possibly pretty much the most awesome movies of all the cinematic universe. But, yes, this focus, yeah, the Civil War, the whole, like, I mean, it interties with, like, Captain America's story, but the whole actual superheroes coming together, yes, it's in the foreground, but then it eventually gets moving back. I'm like, no, this is a Captain America movie. Here we're going to focus on Bucky and Captain America, what they're doing, and then yes, we'll go back to that. But yeah, and I'm glad, because Captain America and Destiny Winter Soldier became a very interesting character. He's not just a Boy Scout. Like he stands up for freedom and like the American way. And Bucky is because watching the first two films again, I already sense like it's so much romances. Bucky and Captain America, like, they had a friendship, and then now they're different. Like, Bucky's been brainwashed, and Captain America is now he's like a actual soldier. He's saving people, so they've really gone fast as the first one. And to see that you know, he's still trying to help Bucky because he still sees his friend in there, like the person that, you know, stopped him from being bullied in there. It does gives you emotional heart cramps. I mean, it is also the fact that since all these friendships has been established and you see them torn apart over a dilemma, like an ideology of sorts, it breaks your heart. like don't fight. What's this? No. I didn't do that. I was mostly sitting there in silence again with a big grin on my face and just in my head going, "Oh my god, this is quite good. I'm properly enjoying myself right now. I'm having a good time, good old time at the cinema." I could add the text of maybe a funny joke on screen. I could do that with Windows Movie Maker. But that won't happen in real life. Text them just appear in front of you. That's ridiculous. But you do have these 2 black bars in real life, don't you? That's in real life? But anywho, real life aside, who cares about that? I mean, like, when you're in a movie and you turn into this, like critic, like, I'm now going to sit here and judge this movie. And then you hear people, like, breathing, or, like, playing with crisp packets, or, I don't know, whispering, like my friend was very annoyingly. Like, well done, like, oh, look at that, like, as if I can't see it. Sorry. He's not watching this, he don't care. But still, because I was like, no, I've been waiting too long for this movie to be interrupted by breathing and blinking. Oh, be quiet, I want to enjoy this movie. But, oh, and then someone else like, oh, that kid's blinking. It's too loud. What am I even doing now? But still, again, I keep repeating, but this isn't just a generic superhero film. This isn't just, I don't know, like a fad, like, oh look, it's another Marvel movie, we gotta go see it. This movie, it has a bunch of movies here. There's a Captain America sequel, at that it succeeds. It has a bit of an Avengers element, at that it succeeds. I mean, Thor and Hulk, they're now, but it doesn't really do much. Bloody barking. Nah, give me a mo. Actually, no, he stopped barking, so I'm just gonna carry on. He's still barking. Oh gosh, I'll be right back. It is also, well, it's also, like, you know, a hint at what is more to come, and also a movie that develops more of these characters. Like, you get to see more of Ant-Man, you get to see more of Hawkeye, you get to see more of everyone, and they, like, shows what they're doing right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because obviously they're off doing anything. Hawkeye got a family, Vision chilling at the Avengers mansion, whatever it's called, wearing a jumper. But it does it, and it does all of this amazingly, because I love watching all these characters, like, interact and stuff like that. One of my favourite scenes in Age of Ultron was that scene when they're at the party and, you know, they're just talking. I could watch that all day, and even because this movie, because tissue. Anywho, and the directors who directed Winter Soldier and them doing Winter Soldier and this movie amazingly, they deserve some sort of award. Or don't let these guys go, because they had to do, again, build an Avengers movie, a Captain America sequel. They had to show more, like, of Captain America and Bucky's friendship. They had to, like, understand how to write all these characters. Everyone knows how they are and what they're like in their movies. Like, you know, Iron Man being snarky, like Scott being a bit, like, very comedic, and also had to introduce characters we've never seen before, like, and, you know, make them, like, people go like, oh yeah, I want to see more of them. All did it all well. I mean, like, Black Panther used to actually be my favourite superhero. I think at work that, and I think he was, because I was like, no one's favourite superhero is Black Panther. That makes me unique, because that's how I was. But then I thought he was cool, and I just thought he was cool. I have some of his comics, and like, I loved him in, like, there was, like, a director DVD Avengers 2 movie. He was good in that, as far as I remember. He was in Avengers vs. Mightiest Heroes. He had his own little, like, a comic type looking little movie. Because if he was still my favourite hero now, I'll be over the moon. Because not only do people know him now thanks to the movie, not only does his costume look amazing and exactly how I would want it to be, not only is he badass, Sorry for the swearing. I don't normally like to. And also, is he still an interesting character? But he also was getting his own movie. He's not now. I kind of go off him, and I like Iron Fist now, not because he's not really anyone's favourite superhero. I mean, if it was Spider-Man nowadays, I'd be like, yay, everyone likes Spider-Man, but he's my favourite hero too. But Iron Fist, he's getting some Netflix series, so I get 13 hours of him instead of just like an hour and a half to 2 hours, so I'm happy about that. Any hero could get, Squirrel Girl could get her own movie now, and then that fan will be over the moon. But yeah, he was awesome. I mean, like I remember, because if you don't know a lot about Black Panther, he lives in Wakanda, which was basically like a tribe, and his father was a king, not like a king like with a crown, like a literal like king of a tribe. Everyone like worshipped him and stuff. Here it's like a literal, like, I don't know, prime minister or president of that, not like in the forest or anything, like actual like politician type king. So different take, and as far as what I remember, it does him right. And Spider-Man, I don't know what, I mean, we've seen Spider-Man so many times. Sam Raimi trilogy, main Spider-Man films. Sorry, Andrew Garfield, people just don't care about those movies now. Spider-Man, I'm as a Marvel character, he was the Marvel character I mostly grew up on. I grew up on the Sam Raimi movies. I watched the cartoon. I blimmin' loved Spider-Man. Heck, there's like a magnet behind. Wait there. Okay, I'm gonna have to lower it to get the magnet. This is not the crotch shot I was talking about earlier, and I'm not even gonna cut it because now I'm gonna have to pick that up later. But I mean, like, I like Batman. I'm just very open and honest. But Spider-Man, I loved Spider-Man, and the fact that I've seen him so many times, and he was pretty much the thing I was mostly excited for. Shows how much everyone loves him, because now Marvel could do what they want with him. And I was literally just replaying that clip at the end of the trailer too, where he's like, "Hi everyone," so many times, hundreds of times, because like, my gosh, that costume is like classic. It's like the classic costume. It looks amazing. And people are like, "Oh no, he sounds too young. He sounds too awkward." Peter Parker is awkward. He's a nerdy little awkward kid. He's like a teenager. And when he's Spider-Man, he gets to be a bit more confident. And in fact, that's what I would say. I'll just go, "Hi everyone," because I wouldn't know what to say. And he's exactly like how I want Spider-Man be. He was awkward. He was like he was a bit of a show off, especially in his costume. He was like super nerdy. I mean, like Tom Holland. That's pretty much I don't know, his second biggest movie, I believe. Like, he was in that in the Heart of the Sea movie, which was kind of boring. It was like Chris Hemsworth, Thor, ironically, and now he's here. Spider-Man, pretty much his second biggest role, and he's only 19. I'm quite jealous because I want to be an actor, and he's 19 and he's already Spider-Man. So good for you. But he was amazing. Of course, I want to see more of him. I was like, because he gets his own movie now, Spider-Man Homecoming. Like, But now I love it because, like, welcome home. We've missed you, man. How Sony treat you not very good in the later years, but welcome home, buddy. And again, he's not in the movie much, but when he is in it, mwah. Thank you. Like, people, whenever he's on screen, it's so good to hear that thwip Spider-Man spider web sound effect again. It was good. It was good. As a geek, I had a good time. Okay, this could be, again, it just saw it. I'm glad I can now wander about the internet and not be worried of spoilers, but there's nothing much to spoil, really. I'm not saying anything, but yeah, it's a movie that's definitely going to change the Marvel universe. Definitely in the later films, like, hey, Captain America, remember that time you beat the crap out of me? Like, literally beat the crap out of me, and you know how we used to be friends, but then you beat the crap out of me. Yeah, remember that? Oh yeah, I remember that. Because you think Winter Soldier changed the Marvel universe? This one did. Damn, Russo brothers, who directed it. You keep changing up. But applause to you. You're not watching this. But A Man Could Dream. But still, I have to think about it. This could be my favourite Marvel film because, yes, Guardians of the Galaxy has characters that you just adore. I mean, Groot, that makes the movie on its own, and it's funny, and it just creative, and it's in space and stuff. And Winter Soldier, I mean, it's a spy film. It makes the characters believable, and it feels so. It's like probably the most realistic. Yeah, it's about super soldier, but it's the most realistic social commentary of what the government could actually do. And then there's Deadpool, which is it takes a spin. It's like tongue-in-cheek humor on superhero movies, but it makes Captain America awesome. It's probably the best Spider-Man I've seen. Because he's an actual teenager, because the actor is an actual teenager, and it also has conflict that makes you feel. It makes you like, oh my god, like close to bloody tears. There is a moment that involves Captain America's past that I probably wasn't actually almost crying, but it made like, oh damn, that sucks. Because I felt it, because I was engaged, because I've watched all these movies. I almost know these characters back to front. I know Robert Downey Jr. ain't gonna do it forever, but he's made that character who he is, and that's why he's so recognisable and so beloved for making that character who he is. Because these movies do mean a lot to people. That's probably looking way too deep into it, but what when it comes to movies, what do people most look at nowadays? Marvel, yeah, DC, but still Marvel, because people know these characters, they love these characters, they reference these characters. The theory about these movies. That's why it's so beloved. That's why I love it. Not only because I'm a nerd, but because I like movies, and I love to see what happens. I love to go like, oh yes, it's that time of year again when I go and see a Marvel film. Yes, it's no Avengers type thing. It's a bit smaller scale, but it's still a Marvel film. Again, not because I love superheroes, because they're just great movies on its own. They're not just like punch and stuff, like weird, kind of ridiculous superheroes. No, they actual emotion is involved. What do you know? I'm probably way too sporadic about it, but that's how great it is. It pulls you from one side to the other. So yes, still amazing characters. The best Spider-Man I've seen. A really interesting story, making me go from this side to the other. I mean, the only yes, every movie has flaws, but the only two I can think of, mainly two flaws. Number one, the CGI is a bit spotty in places, mainly a scene at the airport. By the way, the airport is one of the best action scenes I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like, yes, Avengers, they're fine, but more heroes, and also really funny. And places, this movie, I mean, like, it's not all dark, like DC dark. Sorry, I can take it a mick, but this movie is a bit too quippy at times. Like, I have to think of a punchline afterwards, but it's still really funny. Because it could do that. It could be really serious and dark, and like these things happen to these characters, and like tearing apart all the romances, but it could also be fun because it involves like a red and green and yellow guy who can shoot lasers from his forehead. It's not meant to be taken that seriously. DC, I keep stop. I have to stop. Sorry, Jack, who's likes that Batman v Superman movie. You probably hate me. I don't know if you're watching this, but 3 friends who are watching this, one of which, because they could so pity me, but because so yeah, I was saying, it's a bit too. It can be a bit quippy, but the CGI can be a bit spine places. Again, yeah, airport scene, one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in my life. That's what people are saying. But the CGI there, like, there's a part where like Spider-Man's suit sometimes a bit like. Yeah, like, is he in a real costume or is that CGI? But there was a moment where he does not. Yeah, that's definitely CGI Spider-Man right there. Heck, mainly because like they do a shot that was in the trailer and Spider-Man's in it, but in the movie he's there. Like Spider-Man CGI, plop him in there. There you go. So there's Spider-Man. Even though we all knew Spider-Man was in it, because I bet that's what got a lot of people into their seats more. Like, I was gonna see it, but Spider-Man's on it. Spider-Man's in it. I'm gonna see it now. So, but still, they didn't want to have to remove from that shot. But it was definitely in it. Sorry, was I a bit loud there? Anywho, more stuff. But yeah, like, Spider-Man can be very CGI, but his costume has always looked a bit CGI in the films anyway. Like, sometimes they can't tell the difference. But there's a bit where Robert Downey Jr. is like, his head is clearly placed on that Iron Man suit because he's in his 50s, so I doubt he could really hold an actual Iron Man suit. Spoilers, that he's Iron Man. But yeah, when we're just talking to Captain America, and he's just turning his head. It's clear that Robert Downey Jr. is clearly from a green screen. They clearly plopped his head into it because it looks a bit. It does look a bit green screeny CGI. I mean, that head has a spot where it kind of got same thing, the same point what I'm saying, but like a different shot, and you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna put on screen, like, because I can't do it. Like, put my audio and then the picture. Look up. When you see the movie or there's a spot somewhere where, like, I don't know, like, Robert Downey Jr. says something to Spider-Man, and it's clear that his head is just plopped onto there, and it's really green screeny. But that doesn't affect the fact that it's one of the best action films. Best action scenes I've ever seen. Bit of a stretch, so it's not really an action film anyway. But still, like, some I know odd place CGI here and there, like, kind of effect that's amazing. I mean, a lot of high tech movies nowadays that have CGI. There's always a bit that goes, yeah, that's CGI. Yeah, my brain is detecting that CGI, but who cares really? And also the fact that you would think that this movie doesn't have a villain. The fact that it's just the whole Civil War part is enough, but there is a villain. I'm not gonna say who it is. I mean, like, I didn't really know who it was at first, but I remember in Little Smarty's Heroes, he was the purple guy. I'm not gonna say his name. He was a very good villain. I mean, like, some parts he got in the way, like, just go back to Iron Man and Captain America. I want to watch more of that. So he kind of got in the way a bit, but then you're like, you're not very developed at all, and you're not all that great of a villain. I mean, like, the Marvel Universe isn't known for having great villains all the time, mainly Loki, and I quite liked Ultron, even though a lot of people are like, I don't like Ultron. If you've never seen a Marvel film, I would recommend seeing the movies first, and you'll have a great time. But, so yes, probably 3 flaws, a bit quippy at times, but, I like my humour, because it made me laugh laugh so much, quite a bit, because it was clearly poking fun at some flaws in these superheroes' powers, and I really like that it can do that. Like, it doesn't mind doing that, and since we love these characters being quippy and, like, taking a mick at each other, because we love them so much, and we just love their chemistry, we don't mind. And the CGI can be a bit out of place, but, your brain, a lot of CGI nowadays, your brain go, that's fake. And also the fact that the actual main villain doing his thing, isn't all that great or developed. He's a bit, he is a villain. He's Russian, by the way. A lot of villains. So many villains nowadays in movies are Russian. Mainly in gangster films, or films where, like, has to take out the Russian gang, like John Wick style. But besides that, I should finish it up. I think this is 40 minutes, but it's the fact that I've been waiting for this movie for a long time. I'm a Marvel nerd, and it was excellent. What do you know? What do you know? It was excellent. So yeah, I would go see it. I'll see the Marvel films first, then see it, because you'll get it more. Like, the more referencing to the other ones, and and after credit scene, I was hoping it would reference Netflix's Daredevil, but it didn't, because that's more. I don't really think, like, Iron Man would go, oh yes, there's this guy who goes around in a red suit in New York. He wouldn't really care, but the after credit scenes are good, like, awesome. Like, one, properly references the future stuff, and the other one is like a little tidbit that probably references the future movie as well. But that's what they normally do. And what do you know? I even said to my friend, if people actually stand up and leave when the movie ends, I'll be a bit frustrated, because I don't know, 11 movies in by now. Don't people know there's after credit scenes in the Marvel films? That's one of the things they're known for. So when a bunch of people were standing up and going, even people around me going like, see, people are leaving. Why are people leaving? Don't they know that you normally wait because it's a Marvel film? Because if this was their first Marvel film, they must have got a bit confused, or they just wanted to see a movie with punchy stuff and please their kid, because I know sometimes the kid. I think I saw a few kids just go up and down, want to go to the toilet because they were like, hey, why are they talking? Why aren't they fighting? I want to see them punch each other. It's fun. But if you see a Marvel film, you wait during the credits, because you should know by now. Do your research. So yeah, I think that touches on everything. There you go. 40 minutes. I'm very sorry, but I'm not. I ramble. This is what I'd rather do this. Go get here. First impressions might change later, but not a lot. with my awful quality. I know. Visual podcast. So I have no pressure to like do it with a schedule. If I see a movie, I'll just do here. Because I like to just talk about films. So not everyone likes to listen because they haven't seen the films themselves or they don't really care. But oh man. Well, it's good first day of my weekend. And I got bank holiday Monday. I don't know why bank holiday Monday lets you have a day off. I don't even know what bank holiday Monday means. Should I know? I don't know. Should I know? I don't know. It's a British thing. But 3-day weekend is a good start. So, yes. Excellent. Best Spider-Man. Airport scene was one of the best action scenes I've ever seen. Not saying that because I'm a massive nerd. I felt actual emotions. It was amazing. I'm looking forward to more, obviously. I'm going to see it anyway. Of course I am. So, yeah. Thank God. Because this wasn't good, I don't bloody know. I know, there's a move on, which I didn't think... I have my doubts slightly, because they had to put so much in it, but they did it, and they did it pretty awesomely. Hopefully some people can agree when seeing this. They could say, oh, that was better than Batman v Superman, because, I just don't understand. I just don't relate to it, I guess. I mean, obviously, I think seeing the other Marvel films before this one, I think is a bit required, because that's when you mostly feel it. If you want to see it just to see the awesome imagery, that's worth the price alone. I mean, the iconic imagery, not only for the Civil War comic, but the stuff I imagined. Like, if this superhero fought this superhero, what would he, like, how would he use his powers against him, and what kind of cool imagery, like, that I picture in my head will happen. So, like, if I could bloody find it, wait now. Like, again, the awesome imagery of like these characters that you know so well, and you really actually don't want to see him fight. I mean, it's cool, but then your heart says, no, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. It again is worth the price of admission, because you see, it'll take so long to look through it, but like Captain America's shield, Iron Man's blasters, they do some cool imagery. They really do. I'm just saying. Obviously, because all these, like, one guy grows, one guy can fly, they use it against each other, and it's great. It bloody is great. Again, made me very happy, and I also really like the score, because, like, it's very, like, I don't know, especially the chase scenes, and a bit when, again, the crap be out of each other, and the music telling you, like, no, this isn't right. I like the score too. I don't normally comment on the score, I don't normally listen out for the score, but there you go. By the way, some people are on their phones, didn't really distract me, but come on. Oh man, they're talking. Oh shit, I'm gonna Google it and light up the whole room and Google stuff. I keep complaining about it. You're here to watch a movie, so put it away, your twit bag. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. I'll probably do this whenever, because I might do it with that Green Room movie and the Knock Knock movie, just to, I don't know, just talk about it. Because why not? I mean, it makes my voice incredibly dry, but why not, really? I have nothing else to do. I'll probably do it in my pajamas, because I'm not going to get my clothes for it. Not good. I'm not good enough to do that sort of thing. At least we had a bit of a chat. Anywho, okay. It was awesome. I mean, like, I'm not screaming like a schoolgirl like I was at the beginning, which I was a bit put on, but I am on the inside. Again, massive grin. I don't have to. It was awesome. Another Marvel movie. Had a great time. I'm not complaining. So anyway, I didn't do the intro, but whatever. Cheerio, I guess. I'd recommend it. Damn, I had a good time. I'm also very glad that I have this to just talk about through a camera, go on and on about it, saying that's cool like pretty much everyone else. Even though it came out yesterday, and there's a lot more people very much more respected and able to condense it more through actual interesting imagery and editing, or should I say visuals instead of imagery. But still, if I wrote a big long paragraph on Facebook, I think it would probably be about, it'll go on quite a while, and also no one will care. So this is more fun. Don't do drugs.